Welcome to the Angus Report, a news program for cattle producers.
From American Angus Association headquarters in St. Joseph, Missouri, we bring you the week's top headlines, including a new meat labeling proposal from USDA. We look at the effects of disposition and animal handling on the cow herd, and a new study that uses DNA data to shape profitability on the ranch.
This is the Angus Report. Hello, I'm Bob Cervera.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
Our top news this week. The USDA issued a new proposed rule for meat labeling this month, again bringing country of origin labeling to the forefront of beef industry debate. The agency says the new proposed rule would bring U.S. meat labeling guidelines into compliance with the World Trade Organization's ruling, which gives USDA until May 23rd to tighten its labeling requirements. The proposed changes would require meat to carry 3 labels to specify where the animal was born, raised, and slaughtered. The proposed changes end the allowance for co-mingling of muscle cuts from multiple countries. The rule will be open to public comments until April 11th. DNA information can be a powerful tool when it comes to measuring the profitability of sires on the ranch. A recently released study from the University of California, Davis measured more than 2,000 calves over a 3-year period and calculated returns through both the cash market and retained ownership. According to the study, retaining ownership through a value-added program returned about $50 more per head than selling the calves on the cash market. The study also showed total ranch income is most strongly affected by the total number of calves produced per bull rather than individual calf values.
And there is a positive genetic correlation between the scrotal size circumference EPD and the number of calves that a sire actually produces. So it suggests maybe that's a trait that you might want to think about if you're selecting commercial bulls for breeding in multi-sire pasture settings. And we've also been looking at how well some of the commercial genetic tests are able to predict some of the different traits of interest to beef cattle producers, and finding fairly similar data to what the Angus Association has found in terms of the accuracy of the DNA tests that are currently on the market.
Since 1932, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo has been dedicated to benefiting youth, supporting education, and facilitating better agricultural practices through exhibitions and presentation. Last week, young people from around the state of Texas brought their livestock to the junior market steer auction in hopes of taking home the world record bid. For potential buyers, the day began with an appreciation breakfast featuring, of course, certified Angus beef steaks.
For this breakfast, it's an appreciation breakfast for our buyers. They come in, we feed them ribeyes, eggs, bacon, toast. We try to make them feel as comfortable as possible. And once they come here, we take them over to the actual arena where the sale will begin at noon.
So you gotta have a lot of confidence and you gotta have a lot of responsibility to do this. We would stay out in the barn on the weekends. We would get up at 7 and we would go to bed at 7. So we would be out there all day long.
Anything that has to do with the furtherment of a child's education, the Houston Livestock Show supports. This year we will give $24 million in educational support from last year's show. That brings our total support to $330 million since we began supporting education in 1957.
When the Angus Report returns, Paige Wallace reports on how disposition and animal handling can affect the cow herd.
And we continue our popular series, The Story of a Steak, with a look at adding value through documented production practices.
Visit Angus.org to continue watching this episode of the Angus Report.
When it comes to buying or selling top quality Angus cattle, experience matters. Visit cotton-associates.com. That's cotton-associates.com to learn about our Angus sales. And join us for our upcoming sales at the Bobo Angus Female Sale, Shady Brook Angus Female Sale, Jorgensen Land and Cattle, and Brickton Farms Georgia Genetics Sale. Working together, succeeding together. That's Cotton & Associates.